Alright, hi everyone. So as you can probably tell by the title of this video, it's Christmas! Yay! Okay, so before I get showing you what I got, I love Christmas. And I love it because I love that moment when you give someone a gift and it's either something they've wanted for a long time or it's something that they didn't know that you were aware that they wanted, and they unwrap it and they see it for the first time and it's that reaction. I love that moment and I think that's a brilliant gift you can give someone. And I'm not just talking about the whole, oh my god, you got me the game I wanted, but it's the fact that they realise that you cared enough about them to actually give them something that they really, really wanted. That's the moment I love. And anyway, I hope I made a few people's, Christmases with that. I tried really hard this year with what I gave to people. Anyway, what I'm going to show you now is some of the gifts that I got this year. And I will say I was particularly lucky this year with some of the gifts I got. I got quite a decent selection, and it was some stuff that I really wanted and some stuff that I didn't even realise people were aware I had an interest in. So, yeah, I figured I'd get started right away. And the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this. It's a giant woolly blanket. Why, yes, I do have an interest in giant woolly blankets. Thank you for asking. No, I don't. Actually, this was a present from my mum and dad, actually. Basically, I sleep in a particularly cold part of my house, and I get really cold. It's basically the heating in there isn't that great. Anyway, I've been after a blanket for a while now because it gets really cold in there on a night, and they basically got me this giant woolly blanket, and I haven't yet tried it out, but it does feel amazingly soft and warm, and I probably will try this out very soon. So yeah, I got a woolly blanket. Hurrah! Okay, next up I got this, and this I got from my girlfriend, and it's the Beno Classic Calendar 2014, because, you know, you get used to 1 year and then they change it. Anyway, basically I collect, and I still collect to this day actually, Beno Books. And what is the Beno? If you guys live outside of the UK, might not have heard of it before. The Beno is basically a comic book series that's been running for, I think it's about 75 years now, and I have a huge collection of Beno books. In fact, my total collection vastly outnumbers my general video game collection. Now, for those of you who watch my channel quite a lot, you know I show off a lot of Sonic stuff. No, this collection dwarfs my general video game collection, and I include the Sonic stuff in that. It's huge. But I've never shown it to anybody. I might do that one day. It's just figuring out a way to do it which is kind of entertaining, because it will just be like, and this is this Beno book, and this is this Beno book. So, yeah, I'll have to figure out a way to do that. But yeah, I really love these characters. I sort of grew up with them. I used to collect the comic. I don't collect the comic anymore. I just get the books, or the annuals as they're now called, every year. But yeah, if you've got an interest in Beno books, or you kind of like want to check it out, I would probably start with around the mid-90s, because that was the year I started, and the sense of humour was kind of at its best then, because it really captured the mood. And it wasn't, and they haven't really started the PC brigade as it's commonly known. For example, Dennis the Menace would still sometimes get the slipper from his dad for being bad, and a couple of the characters weren't toned down. Example, I think some of the characters would carry around toy water guns that would look like proper guns, but yeah, you can't get the idea. I would start with the 90s and then probably work your way backwards, actually. The new stuff is kind of, it's alright, but it's probably not it's not my taste. I don't like it that much. And also there we have Gnasher, who is probably my favourite character in the whole series, because he's a dog with giant teeth and he looks awesome. So yeah, I got that and I love it. Okay, and up next is the Beno book. Yeah, every year I get one of these, and this year was no exception, and it's 75 years of the Beno book, and oh, there we go, it started in 1938. And this is annual 2014, and I'm not sure how many I have, but I know I more or less have a complete set going back to, I think it's 1957, and I have a much older one than that, but yeah, these things can get very expensive if the further back you go, so if you think about starting a collection of these, be prepared, you will need to break the bank to try and get a couple of them. But yeah, I don't really collect them as much anymore, but I still try and get at least the yearly annual every year, or any specials I kind of like the look of. So yeah, I got the Beno book. And up next is the classic Beno and Dandy Silly Sing-Along book. Now, this was another surprise gift. I didn't think I would be getting this one. I haven't actually read through it yet. I don't really know what it's like, although you get this free gift inside. And, oh yeah, it is in colour. It's just that it used to be in black, red and white because printing costs back in those days. But yeah, now it's in full colour. I'm not entirely sure what's in here. I think it's like stories which have like a song theme to them. You might have just seen the Desperate Dan in the bathtub. I don't know what that's all about. And oh yeah, this was pretty cool. This was actually the very first Beno book, Beno comic I ever bought, and it was December 25th, 1993 edition, and it only cost 35p. And I bought this particular comic, and I was hooked. I was hooked on it for several years, and I've got quite a collection of them. So yeah, anyway, that's that. Beno and Dandy Silly Sing-Alongs. Next up, we have another annual. Yay! Alright, finding this is like finding gold dust. It's not. I haven't found it in any stores. I had to order it online, and yeah, it was quite a bit of a pain. Now, this particular annual has quite a good party trick to it, and I have tested this out, and it does work, although I couldn't get it to work on every single one. You see this thing here? Well, if you've got a Zapper app on your phone, or mobile device as they call it, you can actually hold it up to there and you can get stuff like puzzles and drawings to do. And if you complete them, you actually get unlockables on this on the app that gets put on your phone or whatever. And you can actually make little mini posters that you can then print off at higher resolution. And I thought that was kind of cool. There's quite a lot of stock art in this, and there's 2 Archie comic strips which are kind of random because they end on a really weird cliffhanger, and they're full of characters that nobody in the UK is probably going to know. So yeah, it's kind of all right, but yeah, I think the original annuals from the 90s are a bit better. Oh yeah, here's an example. Spot the difference. Her shoes are a slightly different shade of colour. And yeah, come on guys. But it's still pretty cool, and I'm really glad I do have this. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog annual. Okay, staying with Sonic, we've got these. And these are the, well, I say new, they've been out for about a month or 2 now. Jazzwares Mini Morph figures, and I really like these. I just really wanted them because they just look well, I just really like them. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I just like them. I just think they're quite nice. I'm probably going to leave them in the box actually because they're quite good display things in the box themselves, and Jazzwares, they might fall apart if I try to take them out of the box. So yeah, the Sonic Mini Morph figures. Okay, now this one is quite special. I have a godson, and I've never met him. I said godson, not son, before you flood to the comment box. Anyway, my godson lives in another county, and I've never ever met him. I'm not sure how old he is now actually, but I think he's getting on for over 10, I think. So yeah, I've never met him because it's really difficult to sort of arrange a meet-up because since he lives in another county and it's not and he lives in the middle of nowhere as well. And so obviously because obviously he's little, he has to rely on his dad to take him to places. And anyway, I've never met him. I send him a card every year for his birthday and for Christmas, and I send him a gift as well. And he came over a couple of days before Christmas, and it was the first time I'd met him, and we got to hang out for about an hour. I showed him some video games that I thought he would like, and he talked to me about video games, and then all of a sudden he said, "Oh, you like Sonic? I like Sonic too. I think Shadow's my favourite, but I'm also a fan of Knuckles. And I was like, yeah, I'm quite a big fan of Sonic, actually. And I showed him a couple of things from my collection. And then a couple of days before Christmas, I then got this through the post. It's a Sonic t-shirt. And it's one I don't actually own. And I couldn't believe it, the fact that he sent me this. And again, this is a 10-year-old boy, or you know, boy around that age. I don't actually know how old he is. Oh God, how bad's that? Yeah, my godson sent me this, and I thought it was awesome. I loved it, and he also sent me a really nice message as well, saying that saying how much he liked Sonic and how much fun he had playing on video games in my room, and how he really wanted me to have this. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that, and I just couldn't believe that he'd gone to the trouble of getting me that, or at least finding it. So yeah, thank you for that. I really liked that gift. It was quite a nice surprise. Alright, and next up is this! Oh, yes! It's a remote control helicopter, and I've had a lot of fun with this. I have done a bit of a schoolboy error. I should have probably charged it up, but it does take quite a lot of batteries, and you have to charge it up to the controller, and it does fly, and oh my god, when it flies, it goes crazy. But yeah, I really like this, and I might have some fun with it later on. So yeah, I got a helicopter. Okay, and next up we have some video games. Yep, these are all the games I got, and you might notice they're all for the same system, the Vita. Now, before you joke, I love the Vita. I think it's a great handheld, and I love some of the games that are on it, and I've had lots of fun with it. Anyway, first of all, I got Dragon's Crown. Now, I do have this already for the PS3, but I really want it on the Vita just because I want that portable aspect. And yeah, I haven't actually played too much of it, but I really want this on the Vita as well as the PS3, just purely for the portable stuff, and I think it looks great on the Vita as well. I've also got Persona 4 Golden. Really wanted to try this one. Put on getting this for far too long now. Soul Sacrifice, bring more souls. Yeah, I really want to try this. I've had the demo for ages, and I love it, and I really want the full game, and now I've got it. Alright, now, I've not played this yet, but everybody says this is possibly one of the best games ever made, and that's all I know. That's from what other people have said, but based on how many people are praising this game, I'm kind of inclined to agree with that, maybe, to a degree. And I definitely think it should be a Game of the Year candidate, because it's supposed to be really good. And something else as well, apparently everything you see in this game, you can create it in real life with a single sheet of paper. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a website somewhere where you can actually download the instructions to do that. But yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I really want to play it. Okay, so those are all the games I got. And finally, I got another gift from my girlfriend, and I really wasn't expecting this. Check that out. Yeah, it's a Dennis the Menace and Nasher Beno 60 years statue. And I love this. I think it's great. I don't usually get statues of anything other than video game related stuff. So the fact I got this, I loved it. And also it's 90s era Dennis the Menace and Nasher. So yeah, he's got a slingshot there, and Nasher's packing heat with a pea shooter too. And they're standing on all these Beno books. And I just love this, and I really love it. It was a really nice surprise, and yeah, thank you so much for that. I really like it. So that's going to stay pride of place, sat on top of my unit, just looking down on me, going, yeah, man, yeah, I got this, yeah, it's Beno, 60 years, yeah, you should read it, it's really good. Okay, I guess that's all there is to say. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope to see you again next time, and hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks again, guys. Goodbye.